I'm Tony Gashard, and welcome to Tony's Talks, where we're going to be doing a series of short videos on ADA compliance. I'm the owner of ACR Design and Build, where we specialize in bringing in commercial properties into ADA compliance. And today, we're lucky enough to have Laura Utterback from Newmeyer and Dillian out of Newport Beach, where she specializes in construction, which is a great asset to us today because we're going to spend a few moments going over some issues currently involved with the ADA compliance. So, Law, where do you see the ADA field going in today's world, and what are your thoughts?
Well, Tony, great question. It's very challenging to say the least, especially within the construction industry. And my understanding is there might be a new trend, a new type of ADA lawsuit that is rearing its ugly head. Is that true?
It is very true. In fact, what is happening, I believe most property owners historically have thought once they brought their property into compliance, both with federal and California, that it would be a done deal. What's happening now, where there are some aggressive law firms that have chosen to hire their own CASP inspectors on the plaintiff side. So now they have inside information through the code on little details that they can file against property owners. So what we're seeing now are multiple lawsuits against the entry doors, the front doors or the accessible doors of a commercial project. And it's impossible for a property owner to carry a gauge on their person day to day to where they can measure if the door has 5 pounds of pressure or if it's closing in 5 seconds.
So, Tony, what is a business owner to do?
Well, I highly suggest, in the state of California, is the one who has implemented hiring a CASP inspector. Now, you may want to do this, I would say, periodically every 2 years. Go ahead.
Just to interrupt real quick, for the audience, you throw around so easily CASP. What does CASP stand for?
Well, CASP stands for Certified Access Specialist Program. And what the state of California has done is, because of all the lawsuits and business owners not knowing where to turn, whether it be an architect, a city official, or a contractor misleading them, state of California has put into place expert inspectors who specialize in only accessibility according to federal and California law. So these are the individuals that you should be listening to.
So in the state of California, approximately how many certified CASP inspectors are there?
There's only to date right around 1,000. Unfortunately, it's a very, very difficult test to pass. You have to study a lot of civil rights, the Rehabilitation Act, things of that nature. But currently, I believe it's about 1,000.
And if I understand correctly, you are one of the elite 1,000 CASP inspectors, correct?
I am. In addition to that, I am an ADA design professional. I perform the civil engineering portion of the project, so we design the project properly. In addition to that, we make and perform the corrections according to the CASP report. We pull a city permit, and then we perform a CASP reinspection that is kind of a second checkpoint for inspections to make sure nothing has been left behind. And I have our reinspection performed by a third-party CASP inspector. Therefore, there's no conflict. I think I'm the only guy in California that insists on having my work inspected, not only once, but twice.
Okay, excellent. So if I understood you correctly, the top ADA plaintiff law firms are using as one of their tools an actual CASP inspector, so they can get so far more into the weeds relative to compliance, or rather lack thereof.
You're absolutely right. And it's teetering on ethics at this particular point. These CASP inspectors that have started working for the plaintiff's side of the lawsuit are really making it difficult for the property owners because they're hand feeding the plaintiff information that there isn't any way that they could even possibly protect themselves. Therefore, the lawsuit is filed. Once the lawsuit's filed, then in order to get out of it, some type of a settlement has to be reached.
That's fantastic. That's great information, Tony. And thank you for having me on this first edition of Tony Talks. Very appreciated.
Absolutely. And thank you for being here.